All right. So, hello everybody. The lighting is messed up in here. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can make it better. Is that better? Okay. Hello everybody. So, I'm trying out the live stream thing on YouTube. I wanted to talk about some comments that I got concerning Doctor Who because I really want to give my 2 cents in. So, I'm just going to pull this up now. And go over it. Okay, let's see. How you guys doing today? You guys all right? All right, so let's see. This is Tall Thin Kev. I have no idea of what you're on about. All I know is Doctor Who died when Jodie took over the role. She should have never been the Doctor, and it wasn't her fault. She is a fine actress, but you only can do so much with bad writing. If she played Romana the Rani or even Iris and had good stories, it would have been fine. As for the latest Doctor, it's no longer the program it used to be. More change for the sake of change. RTD has killed Doctor Who. Half the ratings of when it was canceled the first time, yet this time around it's great success. I don't agree with that at all. First off, I when they first announced Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, I was against it. Old school. Immediately, I'm like, the Doctor's a male. I was like flipping out. We did a lot. We did like podcasts, and I was totally against that. And then it was some time before she took over, right? So people were trying to win me over, send me clips of her acting and stuff like that. When they leaked the clip of her being the Doctor, I immediately said, you know what? She's got it. She knows what she's doing. That's the Doctor. I immediately believed it. That is the way the Doctor acts, and I fully think she was an excellent Doctor. She had heart, and even though the writing was bad, I did love her as the Doctor. I saw her as the Doctor, and it didn't matter. She won me over. It didn't matter if she was a female. Um, she was the same soul. So I loved her performance. Now I did hate the writing. I did hate Chris Chibnall's complete take on it, and I felt it was a mistake that the first season would be no monsters at all of the classic Who. Then ratings were like crap, and then they bring the Daleks in, and then of course everything spikes. Um, but I felt that I did like and agree with Sasha Dewan's casting as the Master. I thought that he was excellent. Um, and I loved him so much that for my birthday, my kids got me a mug with his face on it as the Master. Um, he just won me over completely. I was like, wow. So I looked forward to him appearing during Jodie Whittaker's tenure. I loved Joe Martin's Doctor. That was a surprise, and I think that was one of the best written episodes I've ever seen of Jodie Whittaker. And then I did not like the Timeless Child thing, and my argument was I remember Travel the Time Lord and how they altered the Matrix of Gallifrey to make it look like the Doctor had committed an act of genocide and he didn't, so that the Valyard would take all his remaining regenerations, and the Valyard was the future Doctor. So, and he was evil. So I know that the Matrix of Gallifrey was altered before. So I felt that the Master either didn't know what he was talking about or was actually lied to and actually believed the lie. Whoever was teaming with the Master to give him all this information or whatever it was. But I also felt like, well, why are you listening to him? Your greatest enemy. Like the Doctor, like the way the Doctor was with the Master all the time. You didn't believe anything he said. Didn't like trust him. You can't trust him. So why would she put a whole bunch of faith in trusting him? And then she got messed up for the first time as a doctor, where she got into a depression, and we've never seen that. And I am not for this whole Hollywood thing where they try to this trend where they try to destroy your heroes, and a lot of that's going on now, where and it's been going on where these people like, what would happen if we found out that your hero wasn't really that good at all? And then they ruin Luke Skywalker in Last Jedi, and then they do all these different things. So I'm not part of that mentality. This should have been a completely different destiny for Star Wars, and I did not believe like that whole Last Jedi thing should have never happened from that on. Okay, they destroyed it, and we should have had Luke, Leia, and Han together. But I don't want to get off track of Doctor Who, but I'm just saying I never liked it, and the fact that she had to be rescued by Captain Jack because she was mentally depressed, which she shouldn't get depressed because it's a human trait, but she's a Time Lord, and then you don't know what she is now. Oh, she was raised Time Lord, but she's not Gallifreyan, which I don't like that at all. I just don't like that at all. I know you wanna. It sounds cool to make it like the Doctor is more, which the Doctor was always more, right? There was always something with the Doctor where he was always more than what he was or she was or whatever. Um, but the fact that now you're saying that the Doctor's not even from Gallifrey, and yes, he was raised on Gallifrey and became a Time Lord, but he's not that. I don't like that at all, and I think that is just nonsense, and that needs to be wiped completely. Um, I feel with time travel, their origins keep getting changed because people keep traveling through time and altering the damn timeline so much that everything gets changed. And I do feel that with the Doctor, that they did insert doctors in between. I feel to this day that the Sisterhood of Karn had lied that he can't regenerate, and they just wanted to make their own doctor that was never supposed to be in between 8 and 9. Because I found that as nonsense. How the moment the mission is done with the War Doctor, now the regeneration kicks in. That was meant to be where he's meant to be the ninth Doctor. So I always feel like that thing was inserted. That Doctor was inserted. To which you don't count them as a doctor because that was just all nonsense. But it was always going to be 8 goes into 9. But then with time and everything, time you want me. So the same thing with the Joe Martin Doctor. I feel that she's after 1, but I don't know where she is in the what's up, Liam, in the time stream. So I don't agree with that comment at all. With every season you get some clunkers of episodes that you're not crazy about in Doctor Who. And I don't feel that there was enough clunkers in this to make it that the season wasn't successful. Um, the gender thing started by Neil Gaiman, okay, in The Doctor's Wife. Like he started the whole thing that there was a Time Lord called the Corsair that could change sex in regeneration. And when the guy became a woman, she was even more of a villain than anybody else. And then I guess what happened in Time Lord Society, I guess afterwards, they started doing that, which that wasn't always the lore for Time Lords. They were never switching sex, and then it would go from the 11th Doctor where it started to the 12th Doctor, where all of a sudden now that's part of Time Lord Society, and they keep swapping. Well, not that they keep doing it, but it's something that they started doing because they were always shocked. Oh my God, this Time Lord became men and females. So they've started doing that after the Corsair thing. But I love Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. I do accept um, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. So I don't agree with that comment. That my opinion. I didn't agree with Chris Chibnall at all. And then even Chris Chibnall counteracted his own writing where he tried to wipe away the timeless child in that last episode where he tried to twist it to make it like that plant creature was sort of like a timeless child type of thing. And that's, he tried to, all of a sudden the universe that was destroyed is restored without any explanation. So, I think that nowadays everybody's, what's the word I'm trying to say? I think that people's tempers go from a 0 to 10 lately. And in the past, now that social media has grown, any little comment now, people get really, really. I think because people interact more with social media, so they're more like that's part of their everyday life. And I think that, like, especially with Shooty, when Shooty was talking about a racist pig that disrespected him, calling him the black gay doctor, that is racist and that is disrespectful. And I don't understand how. I think that people want to hate when there was no hatred there. And when he's talking about that instance, there's a lot of anger and rage in him talking about how dare you call me the black gay doctor. That's fucked up in a way. So he's talking about go touch grass. So then these people adopted it that he's talking to them. He's not talking to them. Okay. He's talking to the racist pig. That's what I'm trying to say is that you have to understand who he's talking to. The guy disrespected him, so he's allowed to, make a comment. But because people think that, oh, because he's an actor, he needs to, like, they probably tend to think, all right, maybe they need a PR person. I do think they need a PR person because I think they shouldn't just be vocal like that to speak out because it will turn people off with the show. And just like Russell didn't like him cursing and flipped out, Russell should have been like, listen, let's keep. I know you want to be upset. You mention the guy, but don't like because people are gonna take it the wrong way and they're gonna think that you're sending the message to everyone, and that's not the case. And he sounds like a really nice guy, and I don't think he meant it by that, but people of course took it that way, and I was upset with the Rogue episode, right? And it really affected me. And I'm trying to be open minded, and I'm trying to be this. And the way when I was talking to Sharon, she's like, "Look, whatever the Doctor does, it doesn't affect him saving the universe. That's a preference. That's a thing. It shouldn't really matter, really, and it doesn't, because at the end of the day, he's going to save who he's going to save. He's been around for so many thousands of years. He hasn't been around billions of years because the Confession Dial was a prison that minutes passed for them, but yet to him it seemed like billions of years. But he was never in danger, they said, until he said who the hybrid was and gave him information. So he's actually like 2,000 and something years old, not billions of years old. I mean, he spent a lot of time on Trenzalore. So, but anyway, I think with every incarnation you get different, whatever reasoning is. Now I guess he's gay. Okay, well, or bi or whatever he's going to be. You know what? You can't explain why he felt attracted to that guy more than he's ever done in life. Makes no sense, but you know what? It happens. But then again, Russell didn't write it. The Loki writer wrote it. So again, you got to understand too. We want other writers, but then if other writers come in and do some crazy stuff with the character, we have to accept it. And I thought about that too, and I'm like, I'm coming down hard on the episode, but I'm one of the ones that want other writers besides Russell, so I can't complain if that happens because it's bound to happen. So people are not going to know Doctor Who like the people that know Doctor Who, like Russell and Moffat. So you run that chance of, people not knowing the character or the history and then writing for him. But anyway, I don't agree with that comment. To each their own. I love Jodie, and it is a success now. As much as people don't want to admit, it's not as big a success as it should be. But again, it's a brand new platform on Disney Plus. So um, that's it. Uh, First of all, Disney needs to make money. So it's only natural that they're going to put their work finally on Blu-rays, because to keep it the exclusive club of Disney Plus, like WandaVision and stuff like that, you would want to buy a Blu-ray. You don't want to. I mean, I like to have the physical copy. Um, so to make that decision to start flooding and making Blu-rays and whatever formats, that makes sense. Despite places not carrying physical media, which I think is a mistake. Like Best Buy should carry that, because that's what drew people in. So take that away, the company probably could go bust, I think. Um, you need physical media. You need physical Blu-rays and DVDs, regardless. Give people a choice. Don't make it like they have to have digital only, because digital could be wiped out completely. So whatever you have on, like same thing too. Like when I'm playing my video games, and if the thing gets corrupt, I'm screwed for whatever time it is for it to fix itself. And then I go to the hassle of, okay, now my games I can't play until it's fixed, because it's digital copies. Where if you have the physical copy, you just put it in the PlayStation, boom, there it is. So I, while I get everything digital now, mostly 90% to 10%, I do like having the physical copy more than the digital. But of course, financially, you can't do that right now. But when time comes, it will go back to normal, and I will get a lot of um, physical game copies rather than the digital. Because again, I always am under the thing, if there's some type of crazy event or electromagnetic pulse or something and technology screwed up, that's it. You lose all your digital footprint, even if it's photos and everything. It's not like the physical. So that's my take on that. I will always prefer getting a Blu-ray over the digital. I Okay, so that was Bad Wolf was talking about Doctor Who physical media. Um, and again, Disney Plus needs to make money. So if selling DVDs and Blu-rays brings in income that didn't have before, so be it. Honestly. Um, I Okay. So Richard says something about Mr. H reviews. I I don't know if I don't really agree with that. I mean, I never had a problem with him before Mr. H reviews. I like him, but I just feel that with every single thing he's ever done ever, Doctor Who doesn't know what actually is going on. Or I mean, I'm not trying to insult, but I'm basically putting him on a pedestal, saying he's been great with everything, but as far as Doctor Who goes, no. I mean, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect either, so he shouldn't take offense to that. And who the hell am I to compare to the greatness of him, right? With all his subscribers, I'm a little peon, so he's not going to get perturbed with what I have to say. But then again, I've never been concerned with the amount of subscribers I've had for a long time. So there you go. So again, Greg keeps every day season 3 when season 3 went. Okay. So here's the thing. All right. No show lately, right, where they say, hey, we're gonna they don't announce seasons ahead of time. Like just the Daryl Dixon thing. They just said, all right, the next is another season. They don't say, hey, there's 5 seasons ahead, right? Nobody does that. Now, we're expecting them to do that because of all these trash talking, hateful Whovians saying Doctor Who is canceled, and we're looking for an announcement to say, hey, they're wrong. But Disney does not want to change their take on it. They feel that they don't need to make a special announcement, and they don't want to give the toxic bad Whovians power. And that I completely agree with, even though I feel we should have an announcement on season 3. You know what? They want us to focus on the next season. And if we're focused on season 3, we really can't be focused on season 2 now, can we? So, I mean, also, you're making an announcement at Comic Con. You're talking about, the War Between the Land and the Sea spinoff. Anything else would take away from that. And again, I understand we got the Hooniverse. The Hooniverse is just starting. The first spinoff. There's going to be more spinoffs. As far as I am aware from my sources, I have one source in the BBC. I have one source that's not in the BBC. And the person that's from the BBC flat out told me, season 3, season 4 ago. And Doctor Who is so friggin' secure and healthy that the commission date is 2033, meaning that you don't have to worry about Doctor Who till the end of 2033, because there will be something filmed, there'll be something out there every friggin' year. It's completely safe. And when it was explained to me that way, that's what I got, and I gave you everything that I know from the source. Even the little tidbit of how, Russell is leaning towards the next Doctor being female, but that's not definite. Okay, so again, I want to focus on Shooty. I've also heard that, he's writing the last 2 episodes now, season 3. So he's got to know if Shooty's leaving or not, because he's got to make it a regeneration story if that's the case. But I also heard that they don't want him to leave, that they want to offer him a deal to stay another season, like extra season, season 4. I don't know if he's going to do that. And then I heard that the second deal would be, if he's not going to stay for a season, that they would do specials like they did with David Tennant on Disney Plus, and there'll be more than enough spin-offs by then where they don't have to worry about having a full season of Doctor Who. You'd have special for 1 year, and I don't think I think he's going to leave like every Doctor after 3 seasons, but I'm not sure. He could be different. He could decide, hey, I want to stay. I'm happy. I mean, he's popular now. People want him to make movies, but he may work around it. He may say, you know what, not that we want. Okay, so here's another thing too. If that was the case where he is, okay, so there are many aspects of my life, JB. Besides being a gamer and trophy hunter, and I have a whole audience about that, to which I'm on my way to getting 6,650, right? Platinums. I'm also a podcaster. I also am a big Doctor Who fan, a Whovian. And the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that I've thousands and thousands of podcasts. But since the pandemic, I've been doing the gaming and not as much. So I'm confusing the crap out of my audience, and I do apologize, JB. So I will try to talk about both on here. I'll switch it up right now. I actually Tonat 1601 had gave me a $75 donation PlayStation card, and I bought a whole bunch of games. And I started playing the games gradually because I'm not 100% been healthy lately, because I had I wisdom teeth removed, and then I've been in a lot of pain, and the pain has been lasting over a week. So I had to deal with that and not in the mindset and the mood to play, because I haven't been feeling well. I haven't been 100%. So I'm trying to get better now and get the antibiotics and the painkillers, but of course that messes me up my stomach. That messes me up, makes me tired. But anyway, I bought a whole bunch of games with the $75, and I really tried to calculate the North America region to what could I get the most out of the 75. So I tried to go with some games that were cross-buy, where you're basically getting a discount, where you're getting PS4 and PS5 version of the games. I bought Froggerai, which is like the Frog Samurai thing. That was a nice deal. I think that was $4.99. I bought I have a Game Advisor Unknown, so Unknown was like he told me a bunch of stuff that I should buy when I have money. I bought Sneaky Rat, and I beat those two just a little while ago. Um, and now I'm going to be trying to finish off. Okay. Now I'm going to try to finish off. If you see on my PSN profiles, I have some games that I played a little bit. I didn't know that Bounty Chicken was like 120 levels or something. That was crazy. So I'm going to try to finish off the Bounty Chicken. I also renewed my PlayStation Plus Premium Edition. So I bought some games because Unknown was playing Cat Quest. So I wanted to try that. And then I wound up downloading quite a few games, Dexter on there, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I will play. I have 6,647 platinums right now. 6,647 platinums. I have 161,084 trophies. My plan is well, see, that's the thing. I don't shy away from the hard stuff either. I my main thing I want to work on is Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. That's a personal goal. I want to get that platinum, and then I think I'm gonna go back into Demon Souls, and play that. So before I do the Elden Ring completely. But I want to get my ranking back. I dropped because I was playing Pac-Man too much. And that's the thing, when you play a game too much, then you lose your ranking because everybody's competing. Everybody's competing so many games a day. I am going to try to get my fourth rank back, which is Raining Elbows. He's far ahead of me, so I probably need like 160 platinums to catch up to him or something, whatever it is. But when I'm in the mood, that can happen in a week. So you know, that's the way it is sometimes. Sometimes, like today, I plan on getting 3 more platinums, which will make it 6,650, and then try to get to 6,675 fast. So I'm gonna try to pick out the games in my library, and right now I think I have 450 games available to play in PS5 and 400 and something in PS4. So it's basically over 800. But then of course you want to play new stuff too. So I mean, right now I can't buy any more new stuff unless I get more donations. So if you want to donate a PlayStation card, you got to contact me on the PlayStation Network to send me the PlayStation card code so that way not everybody sees it. Or if you want to donate money, you can donate to my PayPal, you can donate to my Cash App, and then I'll buy some more games. But I also have accounts in Asia, Japan, and European markets. So when you're competing in the rankings, sometimes games are released 8 times. So in other words, there will be a game that comes out for PS4 and PS5. So that's 2 in North America region. Then they will have 2 for Europe, 2 for Asia, and 2 for Japan, meaning 8 versions that you have to buy the game 8 times. Now, if they're cross-buy, you only have to buy them 4 times. So like Froggerai, which is the Samurai Frog game, I had to buy it once to get 2. So it was $4.99 with tax. In America, it's like $5.47. But the other regions don't have tax. So when I get money, the next step would be for me, because I just bought a whole bunch of games in North America region. The next step for me would be when I get money to buy games in the European region, in the Asia region, and the Japan region. And I have a whole bunch of notebooks all over the house, not just for gaming, but also I write books too. So every room I have, if I get inspired, I take my book and I write. So I plan on, if I get money, like through donations or whatever, I'm gonna try to get more games for Japan first, I think, because there's some stuff that's growing. Like I have to keep track of every game Also, too, you do need to keep track of your games if you're going to be deep into trophy hunting, because sometimes you think you're buying a Japan game and it's not available in Japan. So you're buying the North America region in Japan. So if you go to buy it in America, you lose money because that's what it is. Uh, the whole point is, my goal is to be #1 in America on PlayStation profiles. I am #5. Um, and I want to be #1, and then go off to battle in the World League, the World Championship, whatever. To which I am in the world 58 right now. What's up, Marty? Um, you can make accounts. So, in other words, on your PlayStation, you can make accounts in each region. And it's just so that way you could buy the games, right? So what you would do is you would make an account for Europe, Asia, and Japan, and then you would have to buy the games. Now, you cannot set your credit card up to the European, Asian, Japan accounts because it doesn't work. So what happens is you have to go through a third party. You have to go through another organization to buy games from foreign markets, to buy a European PlayStation card to buy European games, to buy an Asia PlayStation card to buy Asia games, to buy a Japan card to buy Japan games. Now, you also have to make sure that your credit card is okay with that, because a lot of credit cards don't understand that the current century that we're gamers and we've got play games all over the world. So they will decline you because they think it's fraud that you're buying stuff from Japan. Okay, so I've had to deal with that where just about every credit I had to get rid of the credit cards that just were not working for me. So um, you would have to. I go with Play Asia. I found that out from Bad Driver. He does all these reviews of stuff coming out. So he has a link to Play Asia in his every video he does, and it will tell you how much you want for Japan, Asia, whatever. So you would have to either put money in your PayPal and set your credit card up that way, or Cash App or whatever. And I do the PayPal thing, so I set all the credit cards in the PayPal, and now they got to make a profit. So you're gonna spend money for a European, Asia, or Japan card, but you're gonna lose some money because if say you want to buy a $20 card, it might be $21 or $22 because they got to make a profit. So the next time when I buy stuff from Japan, I know that there is some games that are not available in Japan and some games that are. The games that are, like in other words, Sneaky Rat, right? If you go on PlayStation profiles and you look up Sneaky Rat, there's only 4 versions of them available, right? So they're telling you North America region and Europe, so PS4 and PS5. So you have 4 versions. So that means that you should not go to Asia or Japan to buy Sneaky Rat, right? Unless, of course, you have money and you know you're going to remember not to buy twice in North America region, because the Asia and Japan is not the Asian Japan region, and not the version because it's not out in Asian Japan. So if you buy it there, it's going to be the North America region. So I've succumbed to losing tons of money because I wasn't paying attention. Thank God I got like people on that telling me don't buy it from here, don't buy it from here. I got unknown. He's my gaming browser. Um, um, and other people directing me to. So with Sneaky Rat, now that I beat the 2 for North America region, no, I know, Paul. These people I wanted me to explain, so that's why. So when I get money for Europe, I'm gonna buy Sneaky Rat, the cross-buy, and then whatever else games are out in Europe. Now I know. So this is a live stream, Doctor Who, gaming, everything. I'm trying to get my audience used to all the stuff I talk about. It's not just gaming. It's not just Doctor Who. It's everything. So the plan, like I said, is to get. And again, thank you, Tonat. He is actually a top gamer in the World League, which I will face off against eventually. I mean, he's got 8,000 8,300, 8,400 platinums. So he's like in another galaxy. He's in another. I will not be able to get to him yet. I have to take care of the American League first. So I have to work my way to getting back my 4th rank, and then 3rd rank, and then I have to beat Mr. Dealer. Then I have to take on Raining Elbows, and my main goal was always Hakum, because at the time he was number 1. And he is still the main goal, but I'm gonna pass him after that and compete against TJ Meat, who's the number 1 American PlayStation gamer. So I love the gaming community because a lot of people have stepped up and really helped me out, knowing that I was going through a bad patch. And sometimes we go through a bad patch. So Tonat had given me a $75 PlayStation card. Originally wanted me to buy a controller, but then he said I have a choice of, either get a new PS5 controller that's broken, it's like halfway broken, halfway not, or get games. And I wanted games. So I said, you know what, I want to get caught up with games, so I will take the PlayStation card and buy all the games to get caught up. So right now for me, today is about getting caught up with the platinums. I feel I should have had 6,700 already. I don't know how many I can get today. I'm in a mood to do podcasts and stuff today too. So right now I'm doing my live stream and seeing how this goes. But Stellar Blade, that's the next purchase, a physical copy I do. That's the next game on the list. The expensive purchase, that will be on the list next. I do have Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I got my son Anthony had gotten me a hard drive. So Anthony, by the way, if you're watching this, I know you're get well soon, okay, and let me know what's going on. I know he went to urgent care, so let's see what happens with that. Hopefully, okay. Everybody's coming down with stuff lately, so hopefully it isn't COVID or anything, but we'll see. And I've been sick with my teeth, so that's been crazy. So, I'm just looking at your comments. So that's the plan today, is to get the milestone or micro milestone of 6,650. I have 6,647. So I'm going to try to do that today. And again, if I get any donations along the way, much appreciated, and I will buy more games. I'm going to call it, if I did have a selfish purpose, then a selfish purchase, I would buy that Exit game because I like the Street 10, Slum 11, and the Project 13, the walking simulator thing. That's like $14.99. So if I get extra, I'll buy that because I want to play that. And if I get a lot of money in the realm of getting Stellar Blade, I'll get that too. Yeah, I also got the platinum for Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3, and I gotta do the Crash 4 still on the list, and the Nitro Kart Racing there on the list. Just like Galga's on the list too. Hopefully today is a healthy day. Hope I don't have any problems with my pain with my teeth, because that affects the gaming as well. But again, I think the next games I play. Oh, and by the way, why is PlayStation Stars is still down, man? I cannot redeem my points to get a $5 card. The app does not work. I've deleted the app. I've tried to re-upload the app. It will not. I called PlayStation support. Nothing. They were away now that they're not available to talk live? Yeah, but it's not back up here, unfortunately. I've been trying it every day, bro. I've been trying to because I got enough points to get another PlayStation card, and it won't let me do it. It's like circle death, like the Xbox. So still not working. Yeah, yeah. Liam's got the 3 Crash Plats and the Team Racings. That's 4. But he didn't do 4 yet. I don't know why you gave up on that. That's weird. You're the Crash guy. Why would you give up on that? It's up to you though. You're playing your other games, so no. Yeah. So I have a whole bunch of games I just bought. So I'm gonna try. I just did the Hidden Cats in Rome. That's another thing. So the indie games. Next thing I think is Midnight. Um, the 2 Midnights, and I'll probably make the milestone the Dragon Break Plus, and then 6,651 will probably be Goblins, which is S Mobile. I love that company. So um, I still have to do the Shockman Zero, 2 of those. I have to do Guess the Flag. I have to do the rest of the 2 Steel Racers, the 2 Bounty Chickens, Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 is the main AAA title I'm going for. And then because of Unknown, I bought Cat Quest, so I'm into that. That's time consuming. I want to, like I said, go back into Demon Souls soon. I want to take advantage. I guess I got, 8 days or 7 days left of PlayStation Plus. So I probably, after I beat all these games I just purchased, I probably want to play and beat some of the PlayStation Plus games. While I do that. So I'm just looking. Maybe I try to finish God of War 3 Remastered. Let's see. I have so many games I gotta work on. I was playing Injustice 2 the other day. I was just trophy hunting there. So anyway, back to Doctor Who. Yeah, I was reading comments. So we got no confirmation of Doctor Who season 3. But like I said, they're not going to announce it. They're going to let us go through the whole year of season 2. You know. Okay, I mean, the Comic-Con thing with the Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, I was in complete shock about that. But he is a versatile actor where he could play the role. Now, I am not really sure what they're going to do. I mean, I would have thought that he's playing Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom, and that because he's so burned and scarred, you would never see that he looks like Tony Stark because he's just burned and scarred. You wouldn't know, like, and that's what I don't understand. Why everybody's like, well, oh, I can't wait for Spider-Man to fight him because then he's gonna see. Why would he see what it looks like? Because let's just say the mask falls off, it's gonna be burned and scarred. He's not gonna. He shouldn't even be recognizable, right? Because that's what Doctor Doom. But is he really Doctor Doom, or is he going to be like a variant that's Iron Man that became Doctor? I really don't like that. I don't like that. So I don't know. What? Oh, God. So yeah, I can't even get busy with the. You know what the weird thing is? While we're going through what the movies are going to be, the comics, which I stopped collecting, now Doctor Doom becomes the Sorcerer Supreme in the comics, and he makes Spider-Man his main like herald, and he's allowed to die 8 times, and Spider-Man's got like a Doctor Doom armor, and I'm like, wait, what? And he gives him 8 lives. Why not just give him 9 lives like a cat? But okay, whatever. 8 lives he gives him, to which he's gonna die 8 times, I guess. But I don't. I don't. You know what it is? I don't understand. Like stuff has gotten so drifting so apart with comics. I have no idea what the hell is happening. I mean, Doctor Doom could be the Sorcerer Supreme like Loki, but why he picked Spider-Man all of a sudden to I don't know what's going on. And I know it's like in between. No, I won't be at Comic Con in New York. So I got to try to get back to work and just go back into retail or medical field. I haven't decided what the hell it's going to be. So I tend to be working in October heavily. So that's the plan. Hopefully, in a couple weeks, we'll be back to work. I also I'm writing a new book. So right now the new book is free because I'm writing it, but when I go to make it, it's going to cost thousands. So that's why I definitely need to also go back to work so I can pay for that. Because if you didn't know that aspect of me too, I write books. That's a regular part of my life, just like the gaming and the podcast. So I will be doing that eventually. I'm doing book signings and stuff and rebrand everything to try to be, because since the damage that COVID did in the pandemic screwed me up with the books. So I intend fully to rebrand and get the books back out there and popular again. And the only way to do that is a new book, I was told. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. They already are. You could go on Amazon UK and you can look up my name. I think if you got to look up my name, not Matrixlord212, obviously, but I'll put it in the chat if you want to look me up on Amazon. I am a public figure, so if you look that up on Amazon, you will find my books. And there you go. It'll be greatly appreciated if you buy my books. I do recommend right now the main one, the new one, Twists of Hate. I'm trying to rebrand that, so it's very deep. It's fiction. And it's /fiction/poetry. It's a cool, unique style. Thank you so much. So, very deep. Yeah, so the plan is, of course, to get a new book out for next year. But I have multiple plans, of course. I have more than one book I want to do, but let's focus on just the one book for now. Hopefully by the end of August, I want to say be at 7,000 platinums, because I'm kind of behind now. I should have had 6,700 now. And then I said to Unknown that I was going to try to have 7,000 by August, the end of August. Akum is the second place guy, but he's still the main one I want to beat. And he's got 7,308, I think, or 9. So right now today I will reach 6,650. And then it'll be, I'm not going to commit to say I can do the 50 in a day. I've done it before, but it's different now because my health is not 100%. So I am going to try to get to 6,700 as fast as I humanely can with this medical problems with my teeth and medicines and shit like that. So I'm going to try. to get 6,700 as soon as possible. So, like I said, I pretty much know the next three. I got the Dragon Plus, Dragon Break Plus, which is S Mobile. I love S Mobile games, so I want that to be the milestone. I'm gonna do 2 midnight games. I do have to buy the Anomaly. I did like that, the Anomaly Pool, by the way, that indie game. I have to buy the PS4 version of that eventually. Um, I may play some Pac-Man here and there, but I'm not going to get busy with Pac-Man because that's what's stopping me from competing. Is I'm spending too much time trying the AAA title, and I really need to get caught up now. So, you know, also looking at the airwaves, seeing what stuff's going on with Doctor Who, what game is coming out. He is playing very lightly. He's more of a TikToker or YouTuber making money that way now than he just relaxed. He's not competing. He's just playing when he wants to play, like in his leisure. So, I mean, he's still there. So I do want to, he was so high above that nobody could touch him. But I mean, someone did beat him. But I want to try to beat him before the new year. I wanted to reach Dave or start competing towards Dave, which is in the World League, by December. So I have goals. Of course, my health affects those goals, but if I'm 100%, I'll try to get to 6,700 immediately. So we got today, tomorrow, and then it's August 1st. So I do plan on as fast as I possibly can get these platinums. I do see myself getting 10,000. Because I don't see myself stopping unless I'm dead, and I'm not going to be dead. So today we talk about the next plot, which will be 6,648. Months from now, even Liam knows. He knows how many platinums I get. Months from now, I could be at 7,000, right, William? So that's the goal. I'm still competing, even though it's a little slower. So I gotta say, with the Marvel thing, that's so odd. I mean, I'm kind of like annoyed that I stopped collecting, but I stopped collecting because I can't have any expenses that is going to stop me from existing, basically. So it's the great power comes with responsibility, of course. So got to take care of other stuff first, and then when I go back to work, I can do whatever I want. So fights don't get capped though. It's unlimited. They don't get capped. No, they don't get capped. That would be terrible to cap that because then nobody would do it. You know, you got to be able to see what people playing and platinuming and stuff like that. And if you put cap on it, then once you reach the cap, it's over, and that's not good. Then that's when they lose money. That's when nobody buys the PS6 because they're capped. And they would have to change a whole new trophy system. Then, which that's gonna be interesting too when PlayStation 6 happens because then there will be, I guess there will be three: PS4, PS5, PS6, 3, 6, 9, 12 versions of the game. Every region. I'm concerned. I want to see what's going on with those Die Games people. They're doing the jumping games again, huh? They're doing the jumping donut, the jumping ice cube. I'm curious. And the stroke games coming back out. A lot of people putting their old favorites out of the indie games. So, right, Liam, you saw that? The jumping donut and the jumping ice cube? That's coming out. It's crazy. I'll probably be playing Demon Souls in August. again. Because I kind of wanted to do a Dark Souls thing in there. Oh my god! I platinum Bloodborne, so I'm gonna platinum more Dark Souls. So that's the goal. I platinum Tekken 8, so I probably want to platinum more fighting games. So we'll see. I like I said, I'm working on the AAA's Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. I want to do Crash 4 eventually, finish that. I want to do I have a whole list of AAA stuff I want to do. So, but when you're in competition, you got to play those games. You can't not play those games. You'll never move up on competition if you're just going to play the AAA titles. So you would drop in ranking severely because everybody is playing the new stuff. So if a game like the Jumping Donut comes out and it's 8 versions of that, people gotta play those 8 versions to stay in competition. You gotta stay relevant when you're in competition, and you gotta play shit sometimes you don't want to play, but it's competition. So you gotta play what you want to play plus what you have to play, and you gotta do more than the other person. That's the whole point. Right. Like stroke the dick. Of course, you could do both, but if you spend too much time on the AAA title, then you're going to get screwed like I had to do. So, see, Paul Lamb needs to get back into competition so we can battle it out. Yeah. I like him as a friend rather than as competition. I don't like when we enemies. That was not cool. So, and Super Meat Boy is also on the list too. Dad and Super Meat Boy Forever. I got to start getting these games done. I mean, bragging rights you got for Bloodborne, but at the end of the day, what happened when I played Bloodborne? I lost my ranking, right? I had to spend a lot of money to buy a whole bunch of games to get it back. So I had to beat them all, right? So I gotta learn to measure, and I gotta learn to listen, bro. I do want you. See, I'm crazy, bro. It doesn't matter. Like I just want to see you on there because I think if you did go back into competition, that might motivate me to be a fucking gaming crazy person. You know what I'm saying? Like it will motivate me. I'm not trying to curse, but it will motivate me to just go crazy. I don't know, man. You gotta get back into competition. That's like Agent Smith. It is inevitable, right? Got it. I'm hoping today I'm healthy today. I hope so. So I can just do my gaming and one after the other, after the other, after the other. I used to do that though. I used to be full time too, and I used to work and come home, and look how far I got from doing my full time job to gaming. I'm 5th, so I was able to do that. You know, I think I was 4th rank when I wasn't working. But I think I was 5th rank when I was working. So, all right. If you like what you see, like, subscribe. Subscribe not only to this channel, but subscribe to all my channels. Channel 2, Channel 3. I am starting a 4th channel, but I have not done anything with it yet. So I won't share it yet until I get videos up because I'm trying to do something different with the 4th channel. I'm sort of trying to do a spin like when I get money of Spider-Man is Amazing Friends, but like Matrixlord212 is Amazing Friends, where you get to see people on this channel like collabs, friends of mine out in the open, not home. So I'm working on that in the future, the 4th channel, and then so please subscribe to all the Matrixlord212 channels. Please give it a like. Please give comments, share if you like gaming and you want people to talk about what I'm doing. Share everywhere, please. And if you can donate, that would be great. If not, just like, just subscribe, just comment, keep the channel active, let people know, and that's good. If you can't donate, that's fine. Just do that because I got to grow in subscribers. Up. That's what I need to do. I don't know what's happening today with any crazy breaking news in the entertainment industry. If there is some breaking Doctor Who news, I will be on a podcast doing the Rehovians, which is my podcast. I do intend on doing the Everything Show, which is my podcast talking about everything else. This week, I plan on doing multiple ones. So look for those. And in the middle, I'll be doing my gaming. So 3 more, and I get the 6,650th. And then I put a video out. So that is the plan. To get those 3 immediately, and then get the video up before the afternoon. So, all right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. I might be doing this in the future. I don't know. Let me know if it's a success or not. If you like this, and then maybe I can do a podcast. I can bring people on, like Liam. We do like a gaming, or Paul, like a stream, like a podcast. I would love to get you on. Do the Everything Show. All right, back to gaming. I'm talking enough. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye for now.